Hello, Lindsey from the University of Texas in Arlington School of Nursing. This is Seymour Betta with FreePrescriptionLenses.com and the School of Bad Joke Emporium. And I am going to cut Trasnitions XTRAactive grade lenses with Crizal anti-glare for your RayBan 5279, color 2000, which is the classic shiny black in the 53 eye size. I'm going to take the frame out of the packaging that it comes in. Of course, you're going to get all the manufacturer's original packaging, your hard shell Italian leather RayBan case, your RayBan cleaning cloth, which is on the inside here. Ooh, bright red logo in there. And of course, the star of the show, the main attraction, which comes with a little plastic sleeve on the temple to protect the temples from rubbing together during shipping. And of course, I'm going to put it on there when I ship to you, but this is the RayBan 5279 color 2000, which again is the classic shiny black in the 53 eye size. Yep, it's black. No getting around that. It's shiny. Yep, no way to hide that either. So let's go ahead and begin. I'm going to take out the original demo lenses, one of which says RayBan. Put those in there, and I'm going to put your frame into the tracing element of my edger and hit start. Everybody wants to know, how does the machine know what shape lens to cut? This is why. That little stylus goes around. It's going to trace the inside bevel of the right side of the frame before doing the same thing on the left. Here at FreePrescriptionLenses.com, where everyone loves a bargain and no one is disappointed in quality. You buy a genuine, authentic RayBan frame and you'll receive one free pair of clear single vision prescription lenses or non-prescription fashion lenses. My receipt has my federal ID tax number, so if you have vision insurance or flex dollars, you will get reimbursed for this purchase, whether they are prescription or not. Lindsey, you know you need some prescription because you got crazy stigs. Okay, you have higher than average astigmatism, but yes, you need prescription. So that is the shape we'll be cutting today, only magnified. Let me minify it down. That green outline is the shape of the lens. I'm going to magnify it while I'm working on it. And let's see, let's go ahead and enter your pupillary distance, which is 55, so that's 27.5 in each eye. The computer starts at 32.5. Hopefully everything's in focus here. I can't see what you're seeing. I can only see through my lenses. And I'm going to tap this minus button until we get down to 27.5. That looks like that's it. I'm going to raise the optical center height up 2 millimeters to 21. And that is good. Let's come down here to my old dusty and trusty Marco 101 lensometer. I'm going to spin the fine-tune the axis wheel to 165 for your right eye. We're going to put your lens in and rotate it. I believe this is the right, it has a yellow R on there. Oh, you know what? You still have to turn these on. Oh, and you also have to put it on the right power. So we're at 150. Put the lens in, rotate it until, is that right? Oh, it's upside down. Let's rotate it this way. There we go. We have that there. Make sure I'm back on 150. Check everything. We're good. Get everything lined up. Let's check your astigmatism correction. I need to lower the lens a little bit there into the, there we go. Move everything around. We're getting there. We're getting there. Now we're cooking with peanut oil. Check that we're at plus 150. Check your astigmatism correction. We're at -1. That's where it would be. Plus 150, minus 250, -1. So I'm going to put 3 dots on your lenses. Will those show up? Ooh, ever so slight. I see it. I see it. Let me put some more ink in here. Let's do that. You know, these high-tech machines never make you proud when you want them to. Just like with my wife's very nice camera, you still have to take the lens cover off the lens in order to take a picture. When are they going to figure out a camera that it knows when you want to take the picture? Let's clean everything off here. Not to be wasteful. We'll save that, use it later. Let's do the same thing again. Where was I? Oh, I was still on -1. Let me put on plus 150. So am I boring you yet? You think I'd be more prepared? Okay, now let's try putting 3 dots on there. Alright, it's dark enough for me to see. I'm going to darken these some more. The ones that really matter. And this is the right lens, so I'm going to go ahead and put that up there on the platform. Let's do the same thing for the unright lens. We're going to spin the fine-tune knob to fine. The axis wheel is still plus 150, so we'll keep that there. Put the lens in, rotate it until the sphere power comes in clearly. Check your astigmatism correction. All that's looking good and where it's supposed to be, except the lens is upside down. Because with your PD, you're smaller than average pupillary distance. Your lens is going to be, your pupil is going to be towards the inside of the lens. So that just means from my experience, I know which way is up and down for it to fit in there. Now let's put 3 dots on this lens. You guys better take. Yeah, okay, I'll see you. Let me darken that one in the middle. Get darker, get darker. Okay, so now that's done. Phew, that's a sigh of relief. And if you missed any of that, let me recap. That joke is not for you, it's for me. I've said that joke about 1,000 times and it keeps getting funnier every time I say it. So, alright, so let's see. Here's a block. Here's 2 blocks. I need to attach these to your lens while it is cutting. This is what's going to hold it in place in the lathe. So I need to put a double-sided adhesive sticker, of which I've got some here. The black side is the sticky side. I'm going to stick that onto the first block. Do the same thing onto the second one. Pull the paper away to make the black side sticky. Throw that in the trash. And the reason why I put those dots on there is they have to be lined up, especially with your astigmatism, but for anyone, they have to be in there just right. If it rotates, you're not going to be able to see as well. So those 3 dots tells me it's on a horizontal plane, exactly the way it's supposed to be laid out there. So I'm getting everything lined up here. The optical center, that one's lined up, that one's lined up. I want to check one thing. Yep, it's large enough to fit into the frame. And I'm going to hit that button. The arm's going to come down and place the block onto the right lens. We're going to do the same thing now for the left lens. Let's pull the paper away. Now, the left has mirrored the right, your pupillary distance, which is 27.5 also, same optical center height. Let's grab the left lens. The reason why I know it was the left before is that if it was over here, it's going to have to be decentered so much it was not going to fit in the frame. So that way it does fit on that side. If you see, the optical center is not literally in the center of the lens, but this is where it's going to be while you're wearing it. So, get everything lined up in there just perfectly. Check one thing. Yeah, that's going to fit. That's going to cut out. If I had done it the other way, just for the sake of argument for those learning at home, if I had tried to do it like this, you can see how that is not going to cut out. You're going to have that big gap. So, let's turn this around this way. Your prescription is the same vertically, just like that, because on a 180 meridian, if you go around in a full circle, you're going to have the same number twice. Kind of like AM, PM. There's always going to be a 12 o'clock. All right, cut this out. Let's do that. There's always going to be a 12 o'clock, whether it be AM or PM. So same for your lens. It'll have the same prescription up or down, so you can take your glasses off and flip them over, and through that same eye. Now your right eye is now going to be the left, but if you close one eye and look through that, it's going to be the same prescription. Now everyone at home watching this is taking their glasses off and flipping them around and closing one eye at a time. Camera 1, camera 2. Camera 1, is this better or is this better? A or B, no difference. Alright, that's the end of your eye exam. Okay, I can tell everyone at home who's not wearing glasses whether they will need to wear one or not. Close your eyes. Is it dark? Then at some point in your life you're going to wear glasses. Alright, so that is lined up the way it is. The sticker is there. We're going to hit that button. The arm's going to come down and place the block onto the left side of the lens, or onto the left lens. Actually, no, I'm glad I'm doing this. Since you're a student at the School of Nursing, it's good that you learn that. And I'll go into a little bit more detail for you with how your astigmatism works and how the light is displayed on your retina. So, right lens, left lens. That better be it. Hang on. Right, yep. That's on the inside. Left is on the inside there. Okay, so this is the right lens. We're going to pull this shape up onto the computer. That is the shape we're cutting. These are polycarbonate lenses, which are thinner and lighter weight than the regular plastic. I'm not going to polish the edge of the lens, which is an automatic setting on this machine. I wish I could turn that off, because no one's going to see the edge of your lens anyway in this frame. And I'm going to put a safety bevel on the rear concave surface of the lens. Now, this is the actual machine that does all the work. This is called an edger. It costs $40,000. It weighs 200 pounds. I recommend everyone go out, buy their own, put it on your kitchen counter or in your dorm room. And then you can cut your own lenses at home, and you won't need this guy anymore to do it for you. So, let's see. The actual cutting wheel is on the side here, it's going to act like a heavy grit sandpaper to grind away your lens material until it's the final shape. This wheel in the center with that channel, that little bevel, that's what's going to put the V-shaped bevel onto the lens so it stays inside the bevel of the frame. So let's go ahead and begin, shall we? Yes, we shall, because you want your glasses. Just shut up and make my glasses. Hang on, look at me. I'm doing this all over again. Is this the right lens? This is going to be decentered inward. That's the right. I can double check this. 165, 165. Again, did you think I was going to be more prepared? 165, that is straight. That is the right lens. Okay, and you know what? I don't have to turn the axis wheel again when I go to inspect the right lens. So let's go ahead and put this in. Hit start. You know, I've got a 50-50 chance of getting it right. So the door closes, the clamp shuts. The lens is going to be traced by 2 white styluses at first, making sure it's large enough to fit, which it is. And you can see as it's going around tracing the shape. And then the old carpenter saying measure twice, cut once. It's measuring the thickness of the lens at every point to know exactly and precisely where to place the bevel, so you have the least amount of edge thickness showing. Of course, with your prescription in this frame, you're not going to have any, but it's just a routine procedure the machine does. And since I cut free prescription lenses all day long, regardless of the prescription, that is a little bit more critical. Now, if you see light flickering in the background, that is water there to catch the optical sawdust as it comes off of the cutting wheel. Polycarbonate lenses cut dry, where plastic, high-index plastic, and Trivex cut wet, meaning it will spray onto the lens. Now, water will spray onto your polycarbonate lens for the last 20 seconds of the cutting cycle, just to wash away any optical debris that may be beginning to form on your lenses now. Now, your lenses are made out of polycarbonate, which is 40% thinner and lighter than regular plastic. They are virtually unbreakable. They're bulletproof up to high impact resistant up to 22 caliber, and has both 100% UVA and UVB protection. We know what the sun's harmful ultraviolet rays can do to your skin. Your eyes are 8 times more sensitive than your skin, so you have permanent sunscreen for your eyes. Unlike the lotions, creams, and sprays that need to be reapplied every couple hours when you're in direct exposure to the sun, this is permanent and never needs to be reapplied. Now, you have the transitions in your lens, and which I'll demonstrate later at the end, but you also have the Crizal anti-glare coating. What kind? Crizal anti-glare. And that's 3 features in one. But the other nice thing about your lens, and I'll mention it's 40% thinner and lighter. These are aspheric, so it has a flatter curvature. A spherical lens is round and gives you an ugly cosmetic fishbowl appearance. These are flatter to fit in today's flatter curvature frames, and I always make sure that people get that. Usually when you buy glasses from people, they charge you for lenses, which is no bueno. You ought to get them for free. And then if you want the thinner, lighter weight, unbreakable polycarbonate lenses, they charge you an upgrade for that, which is double bueno, no bueno. And then if you want the aspheric, the best looking designs of any lens, they charge you a 3rd fee for that, which is triple no bueno. And you get that for free every time you buy glasses from me. But you have the anti-glare coating, which is 3 features in one, and eliminates glare when driving at night, but particularly driving at night in the rain, but from street lights, stoplights, computer screens, overhead fluorescent lights, and the such. But it also goes by the initials ARC. It means anti-reflective coating. So it reduces the glare, or reduces reflection. So when someone's looking at you, they're not looking at their reflection in your glasses, or if someone takes a picture with a flash, it's much harder to see the flash lit up in the lens on yours than it is on this one. Now, the 3rd feature that I like, which is the practical side, is that it comes with the industry's hardest scratch coating, because it takes over 24 hours to vaporize 8 different coatings. It used to be 7, now Crizal has 8 different layers of coatings onto your lens. So to protect your time and investment, they put the industry's hardest scratch coating on there to protect your time and investment. Now I'm going to open this door with my mind. You like that? I can do other things with my mind. I can melt ice with my mind. I can. It just takes me a couple hours. I just have to keep staring at it, but I can do it. The only thing I can't do with my mind is come up with new jokes. So if you know a funnier joke, write it down on a $100 bill and mail it to me, and I will read it on the air and give you credit for it. You don't even have to put your name on there. I'll recognize your handwriting. There's what, only a few 100 million people in this country? I will recognize your handwriting. So, the water did not take off all of the swarf. So I'm going to remove it. Oh, I love it when it comes off in one piece. I'm going to use my thumbnail and get the rest of that off. Now, in my earlier videos, you would see me collect it all and then wipe it on the floor. But thanks to my loving wife, now that I have my new lab, she says, please keep it a little cleaner. So I'm going to drop that in the trash instead. Love you, honey. So let's see if this fits. I'm going to go ahead and tuck it in at the outside corner first. Press down, it snaps right in, and why wouldn't it? So let's flip that over to L. Let's double check. Yes, that is the left lens. Good. We're on par. I had a 50-50 chance of getting it right, and I still got it right. So let's hit the green button. Just like before, the door closes, the clamp shuts. Come on, flashlight. I guess we don't need it. And then it's going to trace the lens to make sure it's large enough to fit. And you can see as it's going around, tracing the shape of the left side of the lens. And just like before, measuring the thickness of the lens at every point to know exactly and precisely where to move the bevel so you have the least amount of edge thickness showing. And with your prescription in this frame, no edge thickness. Look at that. Look at that. Lindsey at University of Texas, Arlington School of Nursing. You're going to have some pretty lenses, girl. Now, here's the other cool thing. Someone has challenged me, and I love challenges, #challenge, to save all of these. Do not throw them in the landfill. So I am creating a sticky pad monster, and I'm going to stick that right on top because it looks so pretty. So stay tuned in my videos that I do discard them when I'm not, but this is how you can track all the videos that I do and see how many this is growing. So let's come down here, check your prescription on the right lens. I'm still going to need that flashlight. You know, I've got a smaller flashlight, I just can't find it. So we're on 165. I'm going to put it in just at that black dot, and I'm going to read the power. And what do you know? We're getting plus 150. 150, exactly halfway between 1 and 2 in the black. Now the unit of measurement we use in the optical world is called a diopter, spelled D-I-O-P-T-E-R, and it starts at 0, which is no power, which we in the industry call Plano, which everyone else in Texas calls a city. And it's starting at 0 and going up in quarter increments, 0.25, 0.50, 0.75, 1. Let's keep going. 1 1/4, 150. You are farsighted. You need to be able to see better farther away. So that is why there is a plus sign. It magnifies and brings things closer to you. Now, once it's the correct size, you need an additional 10 steps for astigmatism correction in your right eye. Now, there is a stigma over the word astigmatism. It just means shape. Everyone freaks out when they hear that word, but it's a shape. Just like saying someone has straight hair, someone else has curly hair. You don't freak out when you hear that. And so, once it's the astigmatism is what makes 6s and 8s look alike, or the letters P and F, and in your case, makes you more light sensitive. When light comes in from every direction in front of you, it goes through your pupil, and then it scatters back out again in a cone shaped on the back of your retina. It is supposed to come in on what's known as a point focus. When you're focusing a flashlight to get it nice and bright, you can see how it shrivels up. You want it nice and crisp, and so this does a point focus on the back of your retina. This is the back of your eyeball. So instead of the light scattering, and that's why driving at night, the halos you get, that is what that is from. So this is going to focus it down to one point through your pupil. It's going to be a beam of light through your pupil. That is my special power. I bend light for a living. How about that? I'm taking all the light that comes in like this, I'm going to put it right through your pupil in a beam into one spot. So the reason, let's check your astigmatism correction. We're starting off at plus 150. We're going to add minus 250 into that. So we're going to check for that, and we end up with a combined power of a minus 1. We went past plus 150 in the black down to 0, Plano, you know that city in Texas, to minus 1 in the red. Because if you had $1.50 plus $1.50, and then you let someone borrow $2.50, you would be $1 in the red. Which, ironically, is how much your school costs, right? You're only $1 in the red for going to college. I think that's what college costs nowadays. I don't know. I didn't go to college. I stayed at a Holiday Inn Express last night. So, and of course, I've been doing a lot of talking, haven't I? I need a cough drop. Or cough medicine. Or just, you know, let's just go straight to liquor, shall we? Oh, it's not 6 o'clock yet when I close. I got it, and then I can. So once it's the right size, we take away the fuzzy edges, your astigmatism correction, and you have two curves on your eye, a plus 150 curve, which is 6 steps of correction. Then you have a sharper curve. Now watch my hand, I'm going to shape it. A sharper curve this way, which is your astigmatic correction, which is another 10 steps. And it's how you line up those two curves to make everything nice and crisp for you. And that curve is at the 165 meridian. A straight line is 0 to 90 to 180, 270 for those of you keeping score at home in a circle. And then back around again at 360, 180 and 180 is 360. So we're going to turn that knob all the way almost to the 180 meridian. We're going to stop at 165. Now your left eye, you have the same amount of magnification needed, plus 150, 6 steps. But you need 12 steps of astigmatic correction for your left eye. And we're going to turn that fine-tune knob to 5. Now you think 5 and 165 would be far apart. Au contraire, mon non-frere. Again, you're at the 180 meridian. You're 5 degrees away from 180, 5 degrees away from 0. So you're 5 degrees away here. You're 15 degrees away here at 165, 15 degrees away from 180. So really, you're only 10 meridians apart, 10 degrees apart from the 180. And this concludes our silliness for the day. I'm just kidding. I'm sure I'll get silly later on. Where's your glasses? Here it is. Here's your lens. Now, where's your frame? It's over there. Gosh, it's all the way over there. How am I going to get there? So, look, more Schwarf. The only thing that makes me happier than that is when you try and take the lint out of the dryer from the lint trap and it comes off in one piece. Oh, it's a good day when it all comes off just like that. So let's see if this fits. Let's grab your frame. Okay, let's not everyone do it. How about just me? I'll do it. We're going to tuck this in. Guys, I am being a little extra silly today. I received some very good news, and I'm just really happy about that. I've not come down from my cloud 9, and yet I still have to work. Although from you watching this video, you're not getting very much work done, and rightly so. So let's go ahead and push that down. That snaps right in. Let's go ahead and take this block off. Let's create the monster. The monster grows. Look, that one's trying to go up, so we're going to cap him back down. We're going to put that little sticky pad there, and we're going to push him down right there. If I spray paint this green, it could be a little Christmas tree. Oh, Christmas tree, oh, Christmas tree. Okay, 5. Did you say something? Or was that just me? Did I sing that, or was I thinking that? Did I say it out loud? Okay, so let's check the power. Plus 150. Let's check your -3, plus 150, -3 on the number wheel. We're going to go past 0 and we're going to end up at -150, exactly halfway between 1 and 2. Look, so let's start over again. There are 3 lines in there. I don't know if you can see that. Can you see that? There's 3 lines. So we're starting at 150, exactly halfway between 1 and 2 in the black. And then we're going to end up with 3 thicker lines. Remember, there are 3 skinny lines before. Now there's 3 thicker lines that are coming into focus. I've never done this before. I'm going to have to come back and watch this video. Although you couldn't pay me to watch one of my videos. I know what they're about. So again, we're at between 1 and 2 again. But this time in the red. But first we're in the black and now we're in the red. You know, it's like the Pilgrims. They left Plymouth and they landed in Plymouth. What is the odds of that? So your pupillary distance is 55. Let's turn the card around. Place my PD stick against my thumb, and when I read on your left lens, we're getting 55 millimeters. So I couldn't have made that any better if I'd done the work myself. Check the height. That looks good. Now this is the portion in every video that is I clean your lenses. Do I really have to clean your lenses? Okay, I will. But while I clean your lenses, I mentioned to everyone that when you get these in the mail, and of course free shipping anywhere in the U.S., and last I heard Arlington, Texas is still in the U.S., but when you get these in the mail, there is a, hang on, I can clean better than that. There's a small chance that these could fit too loose or too tight, but there's an 80% chance that one side is going to sit higher than the other. That is because 80% of people have one ear that is higher than the other, and I'm no exception. I'll show you in just a moment. But because of that statistic, 99% of all optical shops will do free adjustments if you ask them. So just stop by your local place, tell them if it's too loose or too tight or crooked on one side. It only takes about 30 seconds to a minute to adjust a pair of glasses properly, but I'm going to get them in what's known as standard alignment first. Also known by we in the industry as a 3-point stance. The 3 points are 1, 2, and the bottom of the frame being 3. Unlike football in your state, which is huge, I'm from the basketball state here on Tobacco Road. But football is huge in your state, and you always start in a 3-point stance, 1, 2, and 3. Put them on the counter, press down. There is no wobble. When I say wobble, I am part of that 80% that, well, I have one ear higher than the other. So they do not sit level on the table, but they sit level on me. Flip these over, press down. There is no wobble. I close each temple to make sure they overlap and they're not askew in any way. Check the tension on each spring hinge. That is the same. So this is what they look like clear. I'm going to go ahead and activate them, which means I'm going to expose them to a strong burst of ultra. Hang on, let me clean that better. I see something on there. By the way, you're going to be getting your RayBan cleaning cloth in the case. You're going to be getting your Crizal cleaning cloth, and you're going to get my premium microfiber cloth, which is nicer than all three. And not only do I include instructions with every package I mail out, how to care for your frame and lenses, but also for your cleaning cloth and case, so those two will last you for years. No other seller on the internet is doing that, I'm told. So when you get these in the mail and there's a wrinkle in here, I have field tested your cloth. I make sure every cloth works before I ship it out. Because, you know, why should I use the one in my pocket if I can use yours? Look at the age of mine. See how I've cleaned mine where it's not as bright as yours anymore? So I'm going to expose them to a strong burst of ultraviolet light. I'm turning them on now. As you can see, it takes about 30 to 45 seconds for transition lenses to turn dark. When you go outside, it takes a little bit longer when you come back inside, 45 seconds to a minute 15. Now, Lindsay, this is important. Pay attention. All transition lenses will get dark on day 1 and continue to darken every day for the first 2 weeks that they're exposed to the sun. After that, they will work for years with maximum performance. Now, the Transition 7 will not get dark in a car because your windshield has UV protection that would stop your upholstery from rotting or your dashboard from cracking. So Transition 7 lenses do not get dark in a car. You got the Transitions XTRAactive, which will get 30 to 50% dark in a car, which is nice. Now, they're also temperature sensitive, meaning they will get darker when it's 85 and below than they will when it's 95 and above, which is true for all the transition lenses. But Transitions XTRAactive are designed for people who are active and spend a lot of time outdoors and want a lens that's darker than normal, so yours will get extra dark. Now, for everyone watching at home, Transition XTRAactive does cost more because it does more. But just contact me and I'll tell you what it will be in your prescription. Now, this is the first time they've been activated. Don't worry, they're going to keep getting darker and darker. Come on, Lindsay, we talked about this. Don't you remember? So, as I keep talking, they're going to return back to clear. And I wish I had shown that, but at one point, you can almost not even tell a difference between... I have the Transition Signature 7. I have not yet upgraded my prescription to XTRAactive. I've sold a ton of these in the past year, and it's time I got a pair. Let me put mine back on so I can see what I'm doing, yo. But if anyone has any questions, you can email me at freeprescriptionlenses@gmail.com or simply click the Contact Me button on the website. Or better yet, if you have a question or a comment, I'm pointing downward. These are arrows that everyone else edits their videos. In the comment section below the description here in the video, I will respond to you there. You know, you can follow me, subscribe to my channel, Free Prescription Lenses, if you want to see more videos. And you can also follow me on Facebook and Instagram as Free Prescription Lenses, and on Twitter as Free RX Lenses. I couldn't put my whole name in there because it was over the space allowance that Twitter gives you. So I'm only Free RX Lenses on that. So, Lindsay, and at the University of Texas Arlington School of Nursing, I hope you enjoyed watching as I cut Prescription Transitions XTRAactive Gray with Crizal Anti-Glare for your RayBan 5279 color 2000, which is the classic shiny black, and the 53 eye size. Now, this frame comes in 2 sizes and about 6 or 7 colors. I do not update the website as much as I should, so if there's a color out there someone has seen that they want, just contact me. If it's an available frame, I can get it, even though they add colors without telling me. Believe it or not, RayBan does not call me and tell me when they've added a new color to this frame, nor do they tell me when they've discontinued a color. So if there's something you're looking for, just reach out to me and I'll let you know whether I can do it or not. Chances are I can do it. I can do anything except shut my mouth. And yes, I am overly caffeinated today. Can you tell? So that's it. You got the chance to watch me make the Transition Extra. I see as I keep yapping, it's getting clearer and clearer. It's catching up to mine. But, you know, you couldn't have gotten your glasses from anyone. I do appreciate you supporting a small, local, independent guy such as myself who has to compete with all the corporate giants out there. There is still a place for a local, independent optician such as myself in today's world, and hopefully for years to come. So that's it. Again, I'm See More Better. Hopefully I made this, please call me Mo, because I made this Mo better. And everyone else has got the chance to see how I bring that love and feeling back to glasses. Thank you.